I need you to listen to me very carefully. Step 1, remove the salt crystal. Be very delicate. Step 2, disintegrate.
Every time I'm in the street, I hear.
I am 1,000 years old, and every time I eat Oreos, I'm going to pee in your bed.
In this world, it's milk or be milked. And the choice is yours and yours alone.
Well, what can I say? You know, I'm just the type of guy who tells it like it is. And sometimes, just between me and you, I tell it like it isn't. And that is called lying.
Not doing well. Not doing well at all.
I'm just saying, titties are made of stardust. There's something poetic in that. Just got to make you ask questions about the universe. You know, that almost makes me tear up when I think about it.
Third and final wish. I go, nah, $20. The genie's floored. They're like, everyone always asks for like $1 billion, 1,000,000 wishes. Silence. I hand the $20 back to the genie. I go, for your Uber home. Thanks for the wishes. All right, now I'm in the genie's good graces. And he goes, that was actually mad chill of you. And I'm like, for sure, bro. Don't even worry about it. Enjoy your night. He goes, all right. One friend to another. Fourth wish. What do you want? I go, let me think. Off the top of my head, unlimited puss.
Do you ever catch yourself doing the stupidest things and you're like, what? Because I just caught myself doing this.
With a business tan, I spend my days in a big black unmarked van. If you wanna talk turkey, I'm here to talk shop. I'm definitely not a cop. You're a motherfucking cop, I can tell from the way that you stand. And you said that you worked in an unmarked van. Well, listen, boys, I'm not a cop.
If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need, call me in the morning.
I'm fresh, I'm hood, I look good, I look like.
Their dog has to be a rescue. Eyelids don't shrivel like that.
I'm literally never stepping foot outside again and talking to anyone ever again. I have fucking American Girl doll teeth. Ah! Why? Why?
73962, Dick my butt. What a beautiful locomotive she is.
POV, you're a beautiful, wonderful flower that I love so much.
Hey, Jeff, do you want to go to the thrift shop?
What?
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 Get pegged this holiday season at Cracker Barrel. America's favorite game is now 20% off in our country store. And finish it off with our special gravy. Oh my...
This is what I would be like if I were the star of Jurassic World. Hurry, we have to restore power to the park. What the? Is that a frickin' dinosaur?
The fuck do y'all know about a crunchy grape? Yeah, cause y'all bum bitches out here eating smushy grapes.
Speed kills. Yeah. I sure hope it does.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my...
You did what now? You put your tongue where?
Taylor has no friend except his drink.
Hi, my name is Will, and I'd like to make a special announcement. If you're a girl, you're allowed to kill me.
That's right. If you're a girl, you can shoot me, stab me, or hit me with your car.
If you're a guy, don't even look at me. Ladies, knock my block off, hit me with a brick. Fellas, swear to God, dude.
Oh my God. Are you the motherfucker that just punched my grandma in the face? You don't know me, bro. You don't know me. I'm fucking crazy. I fucking kill people about this shit. You don't smack grandma. You don't fuck with mama. I'll kill you, bitch. Don't do it again.
You know,
I'm definitely waiting on a couple more signs of the apocalypse to get my nipples pierced and all, but I think it's part of my arc. It just makes sense, you know. I'm Floridian, and it'll be islands in the future, and at that point, it'll be all Mad Max. So, you know, I'll want like seashells. I want shells hanging from my nippies, you know, make noise in the wind. It'll be cool.
Are you running out of books to read?
No. I'm crumbling like a cookie and tearing apart at seams I didn't even know I had.
And Brian, if you hadn't been willing to put your hand up there, the vet said my dog probably would have exploded. Babe, you never told me about that. It really wasn't that big a deal. Brian, Tracy, here's to a happy forever.
Huh, so in this world, all the girls have dog ears. Very creative. Very creative. I wouldn't have thought to do that. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
A lot of people have been asking me, you know, and I don't know.
6 tip tricks for how to get out of it when your mind maybe is mush. So a lot of time the thought insides are not exactly sharp, a little bit too smooth. So the idea, go to bed now.
Don't use curtains. Spray paint your windows. Be a man.
I cannot start a podcast, but I can scream in your neighborhood. Similar impact. I'm not gonna watch the news, but I'll stay informed, okay? I'll read a scroll.
Meine Mama hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich Cola trinken darf. Wie cool ist das bitte? Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trink Cola. Yippie!
Dad, that's so sus. That's so sus. And I was like, what is that word you're using? Like sus? What are you saying?
I got fully vaccinated. A stranger came up to me in the store today, and we went to shake my hand. I said, no. I popped his finger in my mouth. He said, what are you doing? I popped another finger in my mouth. Store clerk comes up to us. He said, it looks so warm in there. I said, you get in here too. I put his whole hand in my mouth. He said, oh my God, I missed this. And I said, the world is healing.
You've got the little thing trapped. Finish him off while he's scared. No, he's running away now. He's really quick. Fair enough.
Dutch, look there. Yeah, just as I thought. I ain't got shoes on, Dutch. My toes are freezing.
Imagine your feet in peanut butter and mine in jelly, and we just wiggle our dogs together.
Slow down, grab the wall, wiggle like you tryna make your ass fall off. Hella think I wanna smash them all now. Speed up, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal, gas pedal. And you already know.
The deck and make it look shiny.
People always ask me how I pronounce my name, Goldblum or Goldblum. I always tell them the same thing. How dare you speak to me?
When I got the blazer on, don't ask me to do anything other than hot business boy shit.
Always got old heads coming up to me and saying, oh, I bet you wish you was born in the 70s. No, I'm trying to look like a sorcerer. Zap you with my mind powers.
Why is there always a bird in Home Depot? Interesting. What's the most recent dream you've had? Nice. I've also had the recurring dream where I'm being tag teamed by all the male leads of Lazy Town.
One time I was working in a restaurant a while ago, and I had to split up the tips, and I gave the money to this one girl that I worked with, and she put it in her bra. It was touching her boob.
Imagine living in constant fear of being murdered by yourself.
I mean, you know, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities. You know, I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. You know, but I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person was torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
Sorry. What are you doing in my fucking driveway, scumbag?
Spit him out. Spit him out. Spit him out.
I've developed a skill. It's I'm pretty good at hitting myself without flinching, so I was thinking no, that would hurt. There's a lot to unpack there.
There's a reenactment of a guy who lives under a rock during the reign of King Arthur. What the fuck? Who did this to my house? Dude, chill. It's the sword and the stone. Do you live under a rock or something? Yes!
Rare aesthetic. Life in a converted grain silo.
Each day I must eat my way into my home filled with grain, and the following day I must eat my way out. My lungs are filled with grain, and I am impotent.
This 4th of July, bring any 4 friends into any Five Guys restaurant and receive the Five Guys 4th of July 4 Friends Special. It's 5 hamburgers for just $4. The only catch is the coupon is inside that barrel of peanuts, so you're going to have to reach in with your bare hand. And to make things interesting, Five Guys has placed 13 brown recluse spiders in there to commemorate the 13 original colonies. Now, if you pull the coupon out without getting bit, you will be served the 5 hamburgers by the Five Guys mascot, Five Thighs, who is a humanoid starfish made out of 5 human thighs. And you might ask yourself, is she thick though? Well, baby, she's all American, and she eats 1,000 hamburgers a day, so you better believe she's thick. Happy 4th of July.
Also, there's a little guy called the Treat Troll. The Treat Troll can steal your ingredients as much as you want. The only way you can stop the Treat Troll is by solving and cooking the solution to his treat riddle of the week. Also, he can kill you.
POV, you're a waiter at an Italian restaurant, and Willem Dafoe is at your table.
Tortellini Alfredo.
I'm fiscally liberal and socially conservative.
I just want these fucking gay people to get off my lawn. And on to welfare. Get out of here.
I wrote this at 4 a.m. and I have no clue what I meant.
I've been sworn since 07, when I got my dick jammed in a car door and finally muttered the word hell.
When you and me are in the bedroom, it's gonna sound like a whole lot of this. Wait, I'm sorry, hang on. Wait, go back. Oof, wait, hang on.
Bitters. Could be fun.
Believe it or not, Eraserhead is my most spiritual film.
Why elaborate on that?
Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bang bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah ting tang walla walla bang bang. Ooh
You've got to give a little honey to get a little honey. Just to be clear, I mean I sleep with men for money.
Consuming large amounts of Red Dye 40 actually stains the inside of your large...
Ain't that shit already red, man? Let's take a look. Pretend I'm the intestine. Man, it's red in here. It's red.
And I will light one cigarette. Don't get after me. Show me one verse in the New King James where it says, I cannot have my parliament every Monday. She'll come by 250 feet out of the way, breathe in deeply and cough. As if I'm the problem. That's like walking into a Walmart bathroom, breathing deeply through your nose and saying, oh my God, are people crapping in here?
911, what do you want?
Hi, my partner was just hit by a white light from the skies above.
Struck by lightning.
That's what I just said.
That's random.
Super.
Tell him to buy a lottery ticket. He's on fire.
I would, but he's screaming pretty loud for being on fire.
Oh, he's literally on fire? Whoops, my bad.
It's okay, you didn't know.
Stop gaslighting me. Stop gaslighting me. No. I like doing it.
Can I show them my thing? Sure, yeah, go ahead, baby. We are feeling so blessed.
Music was well better in the 70s. The music your generation listens to is fucking shite.
I think I played this game with my sister, so I think she might have beaten some of these levels too. Because my sister has always been incredible at beating video games. She is incredibly
She's
skilled.
good with anything with balls, honestly.
Bro, look at this fucking snow.
Oh my
my shoe. No! You're dead ass right now. Are you?
Through Christ, I am born anew. He has washed me clean and white as snow.
How do you hold a sandwich? Sorry, something was in my throat.
And while I appreciate that argument and that perspective, I do have to say that I love the devil. He's a sexy little red hot trickster, and I want to kiss him on the mouth.
Here we go.
Jordan, you're being a little stinker. Look at him, he's being a little stinker. Oh, don't tell. Don't tell. Don't tell, no.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I don't absorb any of her media. I have no idea what happened between her and Jake Gyllenhaal.
But if I ever see that cheeky motherfucker.
How do you do? I'm the little cheeky guy who's the comic relief, but you'll be glad when I die.
Sometimes I get disappointed in the things that I say. Because yesterday I was hanging out with one of my friends and she said something that was really funny. But my response was, that was so funny, my diva cup is peeking out of my vagina. Girl, why the fuck did—
Hey, you that stupid guy with the blue tongue? Yeah. Fuck you, man. Yeah. No! Yeah. Ah, we all hate you! No!
Something I'm working on in my self-proclaimed summer of self-growth, that's a sentence, is
It's actually a dependent clause.
So what? I find that human personification of a warm glass of milk hot. Now might he be the type of man that in the heat of passion is so sexually repressed that he whimpers out, "Mama." Perhaps. But that's a risk that I'm willing to take.
Friendship challenge. We all have that one friend who's a little bit insecure and maybe texts us a little too much and won't shut the fuck up sometimes. The challenge is to find your most insecure friend and just text them the word typical and then turn your phone off for like 3 days.
Like, I'm being that serious.
Me and Sarah tried to leave a party and then our Uber canceled and we were next to the pool, so we snuck into the jacuzzi.
I go to art school, so I see art in everyday items. Because did you even think that would be like that? Mm-hmm. So, but when you even turn them to the side, they match up like a photo picture puzzle.
Because think about it this way. The Chuck E. Cheese mascot used to be a fun and fuzzy, mouse man. Now it's a CGI rodent that fucks, that gets bitches. He does drugs. So when I say the ego is an illusion and the body is not...
And you grab her hands. And you look at her. And you say, "Ma'am, the clock's ticking for you too."
When camping in graveyards while living on your bicycle.
To sleeping with snowmen and licking their icicles.
Whoever has my voodoo doll, just give him a little hug. Pat him on the back. Tell him everything's gonna be okay. Hell, give him a spank. I don't know. Maybe he might like that. He'll like that.
I am jealous of giraffes, for they can see the top of your beautiful head as I cannot. I am 4 feet tall. If there were ever a puddle in your way, I would get down and lap it up like a stray dog drinking Sprite outside a gas station.
Babe, of course the haters are gonna be steaming mad at you. What else can they be when you're always so hot?
You look good, sexy. If you want to get hold hands at a park, hit my line.
Spaghetti.
You ever think about magnets? I sure do. Do they choose to get sticky?
If I was about to kick the bucket, my only thing that I would want to do is pick up some squirrels. Like, there's 2 squirrels. They're so small, but they give you diseases. I'm sorry, I just started my period.
It's a lie. I'm just like this. They're just, you make them kiss.
I think I genuinely may have prolapsed my anus today. I had a very big poo, and I thought it was going well. Sometimes you're pooing and you're thinking, this is a bit too pleasant, I think I may have to think about certain things, my sexuality maybe. And then I think I shat something fleshy out. A bit of myself, a bit of my bum, fell right out. Paint's looking good.
Gonna pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. Oh my God, she looks so helpless, and her body's saying hell yes. No, show me how to say no to.
Hi, welcome to Denny's. I don't work here. I have several bees in the place you would least expect them. Could a horse love a man? Should a horse love a man? I think I have a condition of some kind, and I don't know which one.
There's actually nothing stopping you from wearing all black and going into a restaurant with a notepad and just taking some random table's order. And then after you take their order, you just leave. And obviously, like, their waiter will go up to them, but then they'll be like, no, somebody already took our order. And eventually they'll figure it out, but they're going to have to wait for dinner for, I'll bet it'd take them an hour to an hour and a half to figure it out. So it would just ruin their night. You could just go and ruin someone's night. If you want.
Flip, flop, flooba-dooba-bop, flooba-dooba-beep, oh flop. Flip, flop, flooba-dooba-bop.
What did I do today? I'm so glad you asked. I mostly spent my time pacing back and forth and trying to convince my furnace not to explode. If you don't blow up today, I'll suck your dick.
Okay, who's got ideas for the M&M rebrand?
Americana. We switched to red, white, and blue.
Eat them in the wrong order and you're just celebrating France, Greg. Dawn, you're late. We make the M&Ms fuckable.
What'd he say?
I said we make the M&Ms fuckable.
I don't think we should do that.
I'm listening. America doesn't want M&Ms.
They kind of do.
America just wants her hair pulled and her holes filled.
Jesus.
Goddamn right they do. We're making the yellow M&M a visual learner. He's got a minor in restaurant architecture and a major attitude problem. Why? Maybe because he's 6'4" with the hog of a young Cary Grant and the balls of an old basset hound? What? Now the red M&M is a reverse dungeon daddy. He's got his amateur pilot's license for one reason only, to join the Mile High Club. No! Now the green M&M is converting to Catholicism because she realized she can only finish when God is watching. And spoiler alert, he's always watching.
They're smooth down there. They don't have anything.
Shut up, Greg. He's onto something. The blue M&M is height-pilled and obsessed with ladders. He's gonna break his leg trying to lick the ceiling fan to completion. He's gonna go to the hospital and they're gonna give him an x-ray and he's gonna find out something much bigger and much smaller. He's pregnant. Oh my God.
Who is the father?
I wish I knew. The green M&M was canonically in New York on September 11th. She's never forgiven herself. That's why she kills. What? He said that's why she kills.
Kills what?
Anything she fucking can.
Do you even have anything for the orange M&M?
No, I don't.
See, there we go.
That's because we're putting him down like a fucking dog.
You're just killing him off?
A live broadcast in real time. Dawn, I'm drawing the line. This is too much. Wait, 2 words. Super Bowl halftime show. Oh my God. It's perfect. Who's ready to make some fucking money?
Can everyone stop saying that I'm not black and that I'm not gangster? Because, I'm both, and I can actually prove it right now, so... Alright, mate, hand over all your trinkets and coins, or I'm gonna have to engage in a royal duel. You seen it? Oh my God, did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
I am acting unhinged right now. Somebody come get me, I'm acting unhinged.
Spilled a little water.
Somebody better come get me. Come get me.
Just found out that my side was that we were the pro-slavery side. This morning they told, and I said, well, I must have gotten plumb turned around.
What kind of a company calls a thing a tigress if it doesn't want it to be sexy?
Oh my God, that's so good. That's mwah, so good.
Good, class. Alright, so Tom has 7 apples. Takes away 5. How many are left? Paul?
Is it 2?
2 apples? 2 glizzies in my ass? What is it?
Yo, man, so what we cooking tonight? Bro, I'm so sorry. I forgot to go grocery shopping again, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, all we got is some of that old bread and like a whole bunch of cheese. I really don't want to do just like cheese sandwiches again, I mean, what else can we make?
What if we sort of cube up all that bread, melt down all that cheese, put it all in a big pot, and sort of dip the bread in the cheese and slurp it all down?
Who are you?
That could work.
How'd you get in our apartment? Wait, but won't our fingers get burned by dipping the bread into the hot cheese?
What if we make some very, very long forks with teeny tiny prongs and use that to dip the bread into the cheese?
That can't work. Really, really long forks with tiny little prongs. It's adorable. Yeah, so what, we each have like our own bowl of cheese and we...
Nah, one big pot, a communal style cauldron of hot lava cheese.
Is this like a snack or is it a meal? Is it dinner? Is it lunch?
What if we just decide that it is a full meal and it is fun, fancy, and a little sexy too?
Can we do this? I mean, is this legal? I mean, it's sort of limiting just to like dip bread into cheese. It's not like a whole...
You can dip anything you want to. This melted cheese is God's sauce, and He accepts all forms of communion.
Wow.
This is our world now. We make the rules.
Who's we? You just came into our apartment and started like making up crazy things. What should we call this new dish? You know, I'm not really fond of this whole thing.
Well, I'm fond of you.
Fond of me?
Fond of you.
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 Fond you.
Fond of you. Fondue. 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 Sure, call it fondue. I mean, it's kind of fun. Wait, this feels so free and like exciting, but like, what do we do for dessert?
Well, I actually do have just a whole bunch of chocolate. But, what if we sort of melt down all that chocolate into one big pot and then use our very, very long forks? You're starting to believe.
You're doing it. Just sort of dip all kinds of sweet junk into that pot of chocolate, eh, boys?
That's beautiful.
That's awesome. Sound like something we could do? I mean, I'm having fun now.
We won't have a bowel movement for many days, but we will have a delicious time.
I'll do it for you, though. Okay, here I go. Alright, sweetheart, ready for a little bit of scrum dun diddly? Tell you what, let's pretend we're playing croquet and I'll be the horse. Come on, squire, up on top and ride me.
You look very young.
Yeah.
This is Deborah Howell filling in for Tammy Heidi, who's over at the Pasadena DMV today taking her driver's test after failing it for the 4th time. And hey, this is Deborah Howell covering for Tammy Heidi, who got bit by a pig yesterday. That's what you get for
Got your clit.
Give it back! Give it back.
Please do like this.
It'd be my pleasure.
Singers, rappers, anything. Go.
Sooner or later, Stuart, the sewer alligator's gonna bust out of the storm drain, fly straight to the moon. He's a civilian reptilian, he's 1 in a million, interested in lunar viewing and astrology too. He stargazes from the grates of the great man-made mazes, daydreaming of the day he gets to ride up in a spaceship. I'm sorry if I bored you, cause the story bore no malice, just a gator who dreamed of seeing Aurora Borealis. Ooh.
So like, when we start, are we going down on 1? Does that sound like a good pace for everyone? Yeah? Okay, cool. 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's up? What's up? What's up? How you feeling, man? I'm pretty lucky. Say what? I'm fine. I'm pretty fine. What? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Can you finish these lyrics real quick? Okay.
There are a lot of people out there who could benefit from an orgasm. One of them is is a little bit shy right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes I get so horny, I gotta sit on my hands like this. I'm like, fuck!
You don't want to understand me, you want to make sense of me. And that can't be done. I had that thought when I was looking at a seagull. We locked eyes.
That's the best part right there. So they're like making a leek stew. And she gets one of them gets Saoirse Ronan. Well, they're both Saoirse Ronan in like a Parent Trap type of thing, but playing different roles. And Saoirse one gets her elbow, dips her elbow by accident in the broth. Oh, your weenus is covered in cream. Here, let's get you out of this frock. I'm fine. I don't need to remove my frock. My weenus will dry. And the tension is like,
How you gonna play fiddle music and not expect me to fiddle?
Who's this little old man that just came cruising in my chambers late in the hours of night? Who's this jazz man? Who is this jazz man that come in my chamber?
You're seducing me, are you? Martha, he's seducing me. The clown is seducing me. Well, if you're gonna seduce me, I'm gonna seduce you right back. Yes, this is how this is gonna happen.
What happened to penis to you?
Oh, I bet you that he buys fleshlights just to eat them out, and that's feminism.
Oh no! The British are coming? Oh no! I better open up my ass and mouth. I love British cow.
Oh, I wonder what time it is. Let me just check my 2 o'clock. Perfect.
POV, we are on a date and I'm gonna show you my special trick. Do you wanna see my special trick? Okay, 2 minutes. Wait, where are you going? Did you not? I don't do my Jeff the Killer impression for just anyone. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Top 10 reasons I would not be a good waifu. Number 1, I'm from Southeast London. Number 2, I'm a top lad. Number 3, I could probably down a pint faster than you skank.
This message goes out to the group of teenagers who laughed at me at the mall today.
You ever think about how, like, the average diet is so bad that nutritional supplements are like a multi-billion-dollar industry? Also, you ever do this? I saw a baby doing it once. Good move, babies. I like this one.
You're drowning in your own hubris, and it's sickening. That's like 3 classes of preschoolers. I don't care how strong you are, you have blind spots, and you will fatigue. And they will.
Oh my goodness! Look at the tiny baby girl. She's so sweet. Was she conceived anally?
And then next thing I knew, my pussy fell out.
Oh my god, your pussy fell
out? Yeah.
Well, girl, did you get it
back? Well, I
back?
tried to scoop it back up, but, you know, it was like picking up a cephalopod with a pair of chopsticks. You know, it was so lithe, loose, and limp. I was fighting for my life, basically.
Oh, my dear Italian son, how are you doing, fellatio? Papa, I'm gay. Oh, big surprise.